街 There we go. Here we are. I see you in the chat, Boros. I'm gonna take another couple of minutes to set things up. I'm trying to get back into the habit of streaming, and I might keep this one public, unless you know. Oh, I'm glad you can hear me fine. I tested it before. I'm gonna try to keep this one public unless things get too rowdy. Hey, Knives, Return of the King. No, as I was saying, I'm trying to get back into the habit of streaming because soon, in a few months, it's going to be the 20th anniversary of Paradise Hotel. And we'd like to do a special stream for that. And I haven't been streaming anything for ages. So I'm losing my touch. I'm losing my ability to speak to a screen. And I recently found out that, I don't know if you've played it, Bloodborne became playable on PC. And I replayed it. Hey, Immon Graphic. Hey, everybody's here. I should stream early more often. Anyway, I don't know if you ever played it. I don't know if you had a PlayStation 4. But I really liked Bloodborne. And it runs fine on PC. It would run better if I had a better graphics card, obviously. I built this computer when during the Bitcoin boom. So finding a graphics card was impossible, so I have a 3060. So it would run better if I had like a 4070 Super or something. Okay, what the fuck are you talking about, Boros? No Claire baby face with her plastic tree trunks upper backside. I have no idea what you're saying. I have no idea what that combination of words means. But no, there's no Claire baby face with her plastic tree trunks upper backside. Let me just put on the screen here and let me know if the game is too loud, if I'm too loud. Why is the controller not working? I tested this. Every time something goes wrong. Okay. Let me blank the screen again. Oh no, I missed the Kiko stream. That's a shame. I do like D4 a lot. I love D4. I like the original Deadly Premonition a lot too. Unfortunately, the original Deadly Premonition has been butchered by its ports. But the Xbox version is phenomenal. Yeah, my controller isn't working. Fuck. Could it be because I updated the emulator? It was working before. It was working when I tested it. I played the game recently. But now it seems that my controller isn't working, period. Let me try it on something else. Oh, Clara Babyface. Yeah, no, I remember her. He's messaging teenage angels on Minecraft Heaven. Yeah, well, with the Minecraft movie coming out, he's got a chance. Okay, let me just test out my controller period because it seems like it's not working. So it's not a Bloodborne problem, it's a me problem. Yeah, it's doing nothing. I wonder why. I played some games earlier and it was working fine. That was Sonic Origins. Let me try to unplug and replug the receiver. Something always goes wrong. It says it's working, but then it's not. Yeah, I still haven't played Sonic X Shadow Generations. I mean, I played the original Generations. Well, fuck it, I'll use the other controller. Just give me a second. I don't know why it has to bust balls. There. There, this one just works. I didn't mean to start. Fucking big picture Steam fucking shit. Okay. We'll manage to have a stream where everything works the first time sooner rather than later. Can you still hear me? Test, test. Okay, you can't hear me anymore. Okay, you can hear me. Good. Okay, you can hear me. Good. Okay, you can hear me. I don't know why there's an echo. I'm wearing headphones. I don't know why there's an echo. I'm wearing headphones. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's get to the game. Now that I can actually play it. No, it's not perfect. It's
Oh, yes. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
yeah, it's a great game. I agree. On one hand, I think it's a bit overrated. Like people decried Bloodborne a bit too much, but on the other hand, I think it really is good. So I don't know. Now this has a few problems. For one, you have to use a mod to disable face customization, or it glitches out. Well, I'll keep it as. Yeah, this is fine. What's very burly look like? It's barely different. I'm always impressed by how much you can customize characters in Souls games. where you end up barely seeing them under all the clothing. You know, I don't think I'm gonna change much. Just the hair, maybe. Although I do like the base one. If I keep this. I give him mutton chops. Yeah. And maybe I'll give him some glasses. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. This is a character I can stand behind. Has to be bold. Make him bold. Welcome, Arthur. Yeah, as I said, you can't really... okay, let's make him bold. There. This is representative of my actual hairline. Now I'm gonna give myself some skill. Maybe professional. Not military veteran. Noble Sion looks... yeah, but it has shit vitality. Maybe troubled childhood. Troubled childhood is fine. And it's crashing immediately.
Good.
Oh, okay.
All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Now, as I was saying, the emulation isn't perfect. It crashes occasionally. I've managed to finish the game and the DLC. But it crashes occasionally. You have to disable face customization or it fucks up the vertices of the character. And what else? Well, not much else really. So it's near perfect. For some reason, it's the mod that disables face customization that makes it crash. Like if I disable that mod, the game never crashes. Let me know how the volume is. How come this guy never comes back? There's like an endless debate on this. And now I lost my chat. Oh, that's why there's an echo. It comes from my phone. You'll have to give me a second, I need to find my chat again. Nothing ever works. Need a 10-hour VATI video about it, yes. Yeah, and you shouldn't be hearing the echo anymore. Yeah, as you can see, this has better performance than the PS4 already. Even though my graphics card isn't the best, it's running at about 45-50 FPS. Now you can't raise the resolution. You can't make it like in 4K because it will fuck up. Like maybe I'll show you later, but most of the game will become invisible, which is a shame. But the option is there for future proofing. Like maybe they'll fix it. Duskblood is the new Switch 2 game, yeah. It seems like it's only multiplayer. I'm not too interested. Like after it comes out, I'll see. Now I've studied. I've watched a few videos by people who have played this game in Japanese, who have said that in Japanese this is explicitly written by the player character. Like there's a few differences in the Japanese script that are interesting. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. I have to remember how to play. I played this quite recently, but I have to remember how to play. Yeah, these are just the messengers with the tutorials. As you can see, I'm dropping frames. It's not the best. Obviously, you're kind of supposed to die to that and wake up in the dream, but I'm an asshole, so I always try to kill the wolf first. Let's see if I can manage to get to the first lamp without dying. Way later in the game we're gonna be able to open this from the other side. But yeah, I think the emulation is really impressive. I've never seen anyone make an emulator for basically one game, which is what's happening here. I guess in the future it may be used for DMC Special Edition. That was PS4 exclusive. Yeah, it's shit. I always liked how you can hear the cleric beast when you go after first ladder. That oh fuck, that guy's following me. We'll get back to that in a second. I like that you can see the bridge where you fight the cleric beast already from the beginning of the game. Apologies if I go silent, but sometimes I have to reload the page to see my chat. I'm trying to follow the chat on my phone. I have no idea how real streamers do it. I have no idea. An abandoned doll. Of course we can't interact with the doll until we get at least one insight. So it's gonna be deactivated. This is where you can buy items from the messengers. Special blood used in ministration restores HP. Once a patient has had their blood ministered, a unique but common treatment in Yarnam, successive infusions recall the first and are all the more invigorating for it. It's no surprise that most Yarnamites are heavy users of blood. I always like the image of the Quicksilver bullet. I like how it's like only half solid. It really brings home the idea that they're made with blood. Special bullets used with hunter firearms. Ordinary bullets have no effects on beasts, and so Quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood must be employed. The strength of Quicksilver bullets depends greatly upon the wielder's blood tinge. Then you have Molotov cocktails. You can't buy much stuff in the beginning. More stuff will be unlocked in the bath store by acquiring badges, which you mostly acquire by killing other hunters, but they're given to you sometimes. Explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object, one of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck old Yarnam, fire has become a staple in beast hunts and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. Pebbles. Small pebble found through Yarnam. Can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling. I'll just buy some blood vials, just in case I die. And then you get the Yarnam Hunter set. They all have the same description. Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited. Sorry, I'm sober. Let me pump some wine. Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yarnamites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits and has excellent straightforward defense. This is not nearly enough, though, to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beasts. We'll try to get everything. I'll try to do the Chalice dungeons as well. I always promise myself I'm gonna do them, and then I get bored halfway through. Yeah, this is where we can change the messenger's appearance later. I installed the Game of the Year edition, which means we should have all the cosmetic items in the map. And of course we can't do shit here at the beginning of the game. Workshop tool required for this task is missing. We don't have any bloodstones, we haven't even picked up the weapon yet. Now, the messengers offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. Trick weapons are wielded with the right hand and employed in beast hunting. I always play with the saw cleaver and the normal gun. So I'm gonna do something different this time. I'm gonna go with the threaded cane. We can read the descriptions. Saw cleaver, one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used in the hunting business. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw, with its set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. Hunter Axe retains the qualities of an axe but offers a wider palette of attacks by transforming. Boasts a heavy blunt attack leading to high rally potential. No matter their pasts, beasts are no more than beasts. Some choose this axe to play the part of executioner. Yeah, I think I'll go with the threaded cane. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beasts with the whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. The messengers offer you a firearm. Choose one. Firearms are wielded in the left hand and employed in this hunting. Yeah, I'll try the blunderbuss. Pistol made at the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The pistol is a quicker draw than blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attacks. Blunderbuss created at the workshop for the hunter's line of work. I don't know if I'm gonna read them all. This is gonna get very boring very fast. Hunter firearms are specially crafted and employ quicksilver bullets. Well, it said this already. The impact of this highly effective weapon counters beasts' swift movements, and its widespread is nigh on guaranteed to hit the mark. Yeah, I'll try something different. Which probably means I'm gonna suck. A notebook received from the messengers. Leave messages with these loyal servants to share them with the hunters of other worlds. Oh yeah, we have the hunter's mark. Dangling upside down rune, etched in one's mind, symbol of a hunter. And of course everybody in the world before me has noticed that this is like a corpse hung upside down. You see a lot of them in the game. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes, but awakens afresh as if it were all just a bad dream. Notebook. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes with messengers. Read the notes left to messengers in other worlds, and write notes to reach out to hunters across other planes of existence. Online use only, cannot use this item offline. Yeah, obviously there's no online play. Not yet. Nobody has made servers for this on emulation. Hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? Clothing worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Not typical clothing for Yarnam, perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, that the traveler came to Yarnam from afar. Without memory, who will ever know? Bandage worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood ministration involving the transfusion of unknown blood, not long after the nightmare began. And this has the same description as the foreign garb.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gairman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons. rotting flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
Now, can you hear the game fine? Probably late to ask this. Yes, it is the mark from Berserk. Berserk inspired 90% of what you see in any Soul title.
This was you, even the dog, should it please you.
It just came to mind to ask because he whispers that line in a very low tone of voice. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. I guess those are the messengers telling you. Now I'm gonna awaken back here so we can talk to Yosefka. I'm gonna assume that everybody who's watching this is familiar with this game. The 3 people watching this.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door.
You can kind of see her.
I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting.
Yeah, you can kinda see her from the little holes in the glass.
Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
Yosefka's blood vial acquired from the lady doctor at Yosefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. This rare blood vial is a product of a slow and careful refinement process, likely devised by the doctor herself. I think everybody knows. I'm not gonna be worried about spoilers for a 10-year-old game. She gets replaced by an impostor quite soon into the game. Now we can actually take on this guy. There's a few of them behind here. Let me check out the chat. The game is slightly louder than your voice, but it's fine. Okay. Let me correct that. Now the game should be ever so slightly lower. Yeah, that bridge over there, which leads to the... Well, let me get up and I'll show it better. Actually, let me talk to that guy first, whose name I forget.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood. Across deep, I have that.
Okay, he's just repeating himself. Now, that city over there is the Cathedral Ward, so our main objective for the moment is to get on that bridge. I guess it could have been explained a bit better, but the very first time I played this game, I found the first area quite daunting. I found it really hard to orient myself. But of course with time, at this point I more or less know it. The bigger challenge is always just to try and get all the items. Because once you know the path, it's pretty easy to just run through everything. I should probably equip the Molotov cockpits.
You that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
Yeah, I like the threaded game because once you turn it into a whip you can pretend you're playing Castlevania. I think everybody knows I love Castlevania for a million reasons. This is just a small shortcut. Now, I shouldn't fight this guy. He's gonna kill me. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because I'm an asshole. And of course, the moment I say it, the moment I say he's gonna kill me, I get him the first time. There's nothing here. That always surprised me. There's nothing in this area to warrant having such a, well, for the beginning of the game, such a strong enemy hidden in it. But, well, he's there, so I gotta kill him. Is anybody in that house? No. But there's somebody here. You can tell which houses have civilians inside because of the lantern.
Lads, you've come on. You'd open the door on a night of a hunt. Away with you. Now.
Oh fuck, I forgot about him. You know, I don't think this is coming out in the stream for obvious reasons, but I'm playing, when it runs at that frame rate, I'm playing at about 80 frames per second and it looks so nice. Of course, you know, it drops frames, it's not perfect because my graphics card is whatever it is, but I'm glad somebody's preserving this game. Something everybody before me has pointed out, so I'm not pretending that I'm pointing out anything new, is that all the Yarnamites that are turned into beasts react to you as if you were the beast. They call you a cursed beast, they say you're cursed, and they don't attack each other. Do I have some pebbles? Yes. Not my best moment, but I managed to avoid that. Let's see if I can get these through. Ah, fuck. Well, whatever. I had to die at some point. Boros says, I like how the villagers in Bloodborne was how Vaxxes acted towards purebloods during COVID. This game really called the future, yes. There are more mods for this available, like there's one that lets you teleport between lamps. I haven't installed any, I like the vanilla experience. sorry that compared to other games I can't really pay attention to chat as much, because, you know, there's no pausing this. There you go. At least I got my blood echoes back. Of course, blood echoes not that important in the long run, especially if you're doing the chalice dungeons. The later chalice dungeons, they get you so many blood echoes, it's kind of ridiculous. Gonna try. Oh no, not from here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to lure those where I can't be shot. No! I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. There we go. Yeah, that plaza, I would say it's a big filter. It's kind of hard to get through it without being able to level up. But I did it in 2 tries, which is not too bad. Of course, it is just a matter of pride, because you can run past everything. Cold blood dew. Droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. There's a guy on YouTube called The Last Protagonist, which I would recommend to anybody who's interested in this game, where he kind of explains the differences between the original Japanese script and the English one. And the word for blood echoes in Japanese is closer to the dying wills containing the blood. So you're by imbibing the blood, you're inheriting the will of those you killed. Bloodstone shard, a solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, some substances crystallize, but most simply harden and form bloodstones. At the workshop, these bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. I think I only have one. Yeah. Yeah, so I can't do shit with it yet. Yeah, so this is the source of that noise we could hear from the other side of the door. Torch. A common torch formed by wrapping a pine resin-drenched cloth around the end of a long stick. Hunters choose torches not only because the hunt leads them to the darkest nooks, but also because certain creatures they encounter are possessed of a deathly fear of flame. Yeah, this is gonna be useful later. As per why the crows and other animals are mutants, I'm going to assume they feed on corpses that have imbibed the blood. I really like the soundscape for this game. I like all the crying women. Not good. Not good at all. There we go. I'm not the best player in the world, by the way. I should have prefaced it with that. I'm not a Souls master. I'm decent. I think I'm decent. I can finish all these games. But I am gonna fuck up. Now we're on the bridge we saw at the very beginning. That over there in front of us is the cathedral ward. You can see the astral clock tower from a distance. And there's two werewolves. I'm gonna try and get them one at a time. Of course, they're not that big an issue later, but at this moment in the game, yes. I didn't mean to do that, but you know what? They can fuck off. Another thing I like about this game is that most of it is optional. You don't actually have to fight the cleric beast here. start targeting the arms. Oh fuck. Well, I knew I wouldn't be able to do it the first time. Hack the legs you got it, yeah, no. I knew I wouldn't be able to do it the first time. Just give me a second, I got some messages. But now that we have one insight, we can actually level up. We can talk to the doll and level up. Of course, I've got no blood echoes on me.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you, to embolden your sickly spirit. Did you speak with German? He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose. Ah, the little ones, inhabitants of the dream. They find hunters like yourself, worship and serve them. Speak words they do not, but still, aren't they sweet? Ah.
Okay, she's repeating herself.
Very well, let me stand.
We can level up, but we of course have no blood echoes because we just died.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Now this is for this is multiplayer items, which of course we can't use. Great old bell discovered in the underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. A human must use insight to ring this uncanny bell. But the benefits of cross-world cooperations are many. Silencing blank. Hunters are linked by the resonance of bells with special encoded timbres. This inaudible burst disrupts such resonance. Fire to end cooperation and prevent further cooperation. Firing this does not disrupt the resonance of a sinister bell. So if you get invaded, you're fucked. Oil urn. When this urn hits its mark, the target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effect. Sometimes when hunter burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. Maybe I should have used that on the cleric beast actually. Okay, the old hunter bell was added with the patch when they released the DLC. One of the resonating bells that cross the gaps of worlds. This bell is cracked and stained with the blood of beasts. A human must expend insight to ring this uncanny bell. The old hunters, who have long passed from the dream but cannot forget the feeling of the hunt, rely upon messengers to relay their thoughts. Ring the bell at their side, and they're certain to give a listen, for the night of the hunt is long and unchanging. Yeah, so you can use this to summon NPC hunters from the past, from the distant past. And Gilberto should have new dialogue too.
But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you? An aqueduct leads from the town south of the main bridge to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally choose to visit, but not much of a choice with the bridge closed.
Yeah, before I try the cleric beast again, I'm gonna open a few shortcuts. Oh yeah, we could summon Father Gascoigne. Again, they added this with the patch that allowed for the DLC. You know, the blunderbuss is based. I haven't missed one parry since I started playing. With a normal gun, I miss parries all the time. What the fuck? It's supposed to be slower, but to me it's just better. Yeah, cursed beasts. Now, if I am correct, this part is a bit confusing because there's 4 different exits from. Yeah, we could start from here. I don't see why not. This leads into the aqueduct, but there's 2 entrances to the aqueduct, which are they meet at a certain point. So I try to do both to get all the items. Obviously, I'm gonna miss them. Wow, that didn't go well at all. Yeah, I should just parry everything. I should just use the blunderbuss on everything. Ah, fuck. That didn't go well. Gonna top myself up and I'm gonna try to get this item. Ah, it's just some pitfalls there. Oh, fuck. There we go. Yeah, the problem with the threaded cane is that it has very low base damage, but it scales well. So until I start leveling up, I'm just gonna have to eat shit. Yeah, this is where the other pathway through the aqueduct meets up with this one. At this pit with all the corpses. So for now, unless there are some items down there, yeah, for now I'm going back. I'm basically just opening up the map as an excuse to level up a bit. Let me see the chat. You have a family in Rome now. I hope the poop stuff isn't making life crazy in the city. It was for a while. But I feel it has already been forgotten almost. You know, we have a saying in Italy, which is when a pope dies, you make another one. Like, the implication is don't make too much of a fuss over tragedies. Morto un papa se ne fa un altro. Now this just leads back to the plaza from earlier. I think that one saw me, but the other one didn't. Oh no, they both get activated, there's nothing I can do. Oh, I'm just gonna die. I can't fight both of them at the same time yet. Well, I totally planned that. That wasn't luck. I totally did that on purpose. Oh fuck, he's still alive? Oh, come on! That was bullshit. Well, that's okay. I left my bloodstain not too far from there. Gonna have a smoke. Now I shouldn't try to attack everybody while I'm smoking because that will just make me dead. Well, I thought one wouldn't be enough, but there you go. My bloodstain should be here. Yeah, they're really weak to fire. So you can fuck them up with molotovs. I just didn't do it before because I have this constant gamer paranoia where I'm always afraid I might need something later. There we go. Gonna take a moment to look at chat. Are the others still on the stream or did they get bored? Because I only see Boros in the chat. Rubbing it in everyone's faces. Seem to remember the pungent blood cocktail has an interesting description. Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. A precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yarnam they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is far more more intoxicating. I added the far myself. Fuck, why won't it lock on? There you go. There we go, and this brings us back to the bridge again. So I opened up all 4 paths to the bridge. Now I can level up a bit, and I believe I can also power up my weapon.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Okay.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Yeah, I need to use one of these. Now we have a shortcut, it's easier to get back to... to the cleric beast. I can give it another try. Ah, fuck. I'm dead. No, I thought it was gonna one-shot me, okay. Okay, I've broken both of his legs, so I should start aiming for the arms now. I believe I broke all of its limbs except for the big arm. Oh, fuck it. I know, I've been cheesing it a bit. Holy shit, it's Frail Dog. Shout out to Frail Dog. Il cancro alla prostata. Non era il cancro alla prostata. Kinotto is here. Kinotto is Italian, just like me. Although he may argue otherwise. Being Italian is like being a Mandalorian. It's a creed, not a race. He's asking me how my prostate cancer is. I've had a surgery recently. I don't want to discuss the details. I've had a little surgery, now I'm feeling fine. The post-op was much worse than the surgery because I had to be on antibiotics for a while and it was keeping me sedated essentially. Throwing knife. Throwing knife with a finely serrated blade, one of the old hunter Henrik's favorite weapons. Does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers and keep them at bay. And we also got... then I'll look at the chat again, sorry, I don't want to forget which items we got. Sword Hunter Badge, one of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many healing church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. Okay, let's look at the chat. I see it's a bit more lively. Damn, for real, that shit stuff. Oh, it's nothing... Don't worry about it. I'm invincible. I'm fine. Now I'm better than I ever was.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Now, Frail Dog, at some
Very
point,
well.
I really want to stream
Let
Yik
the echoes become
1.5
your strength.
because in the past I did stream regular Yik.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Your friend Boat was there, and I did some testing, some awful testing to try and find the third ending, which of course I didn't. Now that we have the bold, sorry, not the bold, the sword hunter badge, we can buy more items. By the way, I forgot to read the description of the hunter set. One of the standard articles of hunter attire fashioned at the workshop, a fine piece of hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarnam's beastly threat. Recognizable by its withered feathers, this cap is fashioned after one of the old hunters. The standard fine piece of attire allows one to stalk beasts unannounced by cover of night, and I think these other ones, yeah, they say the same thing. I might change into it actually. Just because I like changing the assholes. Let me see if I can repair my weapon. I doubt it. Yeah. And is the insight bath already open? Yes. Here you can buy items by trading insight. Let me check the chat. Hey, big dog. I notice you've been streaming now for an hour and a half, and so far you haven't said anything about supporting Israel. That's kind of whack. Well, as you might notice, there is a donation button. There is a donation button in the description where all donations go towards Doge. And so they go towards Israel. My people. They go towards supporting my people. You know, quite a few people watching. What the fuck? 4 people. I never expected this many. Small resonant bell. Small bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. This bell resonates with its counterpart, the beckoning bell, ring to help hunters in other worlds. Of course, this is online use only, so we don't have access to it, but I might buy it just to have it. Sinister resonant bell. Well, there you go, we were missing a description if I didn't. A blood-stained bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. One of the resonating bells that cross the gaps of worlds, blah blah blah. The sinister bell is an object of dark thoughts. Ring it to become an enemy of a hunter in another world. And then, since we acquired that badge, now we can buy antidote. Small medicinal tablets that counteract poison, used to treat ashen blood, the baffling sickness that ravaged old Yarnam long ago. These tablets only provide short-term relief. The ashen blood ailment eventually triggered the spread of the beastly scourge. Bold hunter's mark, dangling upside down rune etched in the mind of a hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity. Allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes, a trick that seems nearly too good to be true. And the hand lantern, now I'll have to buy that eventually. Small portable lantern, this hunting accessory, provides light while leaving both hands free to hold weapons. The torch, however, provides a stronger source of light. I think it's quicker to come from here. Now, before we move on, I just want to check something. Just give me a second. Okay, yeah. So, just in case anyone wants to donate some money, you should get the super chat window. I just thought I'd double check because I changed the setup here quite a bit. Yeah, the blunderbuss is just better. All this time I've been gimping myself. Now, from here, where do we go towards the... I think this is it, yeah, where the caged dolls are. I'm going towards the other entrance to the aqueduct. Yeah, this is the first of the civilians that we can save through the course of the game. We can't save her yet.
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you once had got off your arse, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what, Nick? Are you going to tell me you're not? I should have known. You're good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. That little good you outsiders do. Go on, admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you? Well, go and stop it.
Yeah, later we'll have to return here to properly help her. I believe there's 4... Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure there's 4 NPCs we can save. Those items we'll get later. Here we can meet another NPC who also has a covenant, but you'll unlock it much later in the game. Covenants in this game, for some reason, they all unlock quite late.
Oh, a hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves. What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt. What are you...
Okay, she's repeating herself. Yeah, this is Eileen the Crow. What the fuck is that? Well, whatever. She has quite an involved quest line through the game. The first time I played, I completely just missed this area, and so I had no idea she existed. I believe there's nothing else here, but I might as well check. Well, I have to drop down. Now I'm doing decent damage. This is where we drop down the window. So there we go. Don't forget to support the State of Israel, please. Just in case Knives was getting touchy. Sorry I'm a bit silent, maybe this isn't the best game to stream actually, because I have to pay a lot of attention. Maybe I should have been streaming Geek. Another thing I want to stream is old Resident Evil games, because I really feel like playing them. And I want an excuse. Like if I say, oh yeah, I'm gonna stream them to just do something with the channel while we wait for the 20th anniversary, then I have an excuse. I'm not just wasting my time playing video games. Although I am still just wasting my time playing video games. Today is national holiday in Italy. It's Workers' Day, so there's nothing to do. Now this is the same pit with corpses we saw from the other side earlier. We came from that other bit you can see in front of us. I'm pointing with my finger like a reaper. This is one of the two corpses we let fall from the ceiling earlier. The other one's on the other side. I'm sure there's 700 novels worth of lore written by autists as per why the rats dropped throwing knives. I have no idea. You know, I'm amazed I haven't gotten any crashes at all. Okay, I think I've more or less emptied out this area of enemies. Let me look at the chat. Oh, you're okay with someone not talking all the time on stream? Okay. No, well, thank you, Frail Dog. You're so nice to me. Frail Dog is a big geekhead. Well, I said I was surprised it didn't crash, and then it crashed. Holy shit. Well, it crashes occasionally, but still very impressive. Very impressive that they basically made an emulator for one game and it works as well as it does. Anyway, Frail Dog is a geekhead, and I've met him on the Geek server, and I found out he knew all about me beforehand. So I guess I've got fans in the wild. Like, he knows about Paradise Hotel, he likes my website. It was funny because we were in a voice call and he started telling a story about somebody being a stalker. I forget the details. And then he interjects, oh, by the way, I was on your old forum reading a post by you. And I'm like, oh, so you know who I am, and you can track me down to individual posts. So, that whole prologue story about a stalker, was that you? I'm joking, of course. Ooh, super chat.
Bowden funded the Matt War for $3. The great Danny D. There any summer kino that you are looking for, or are you more excited for Linkara's stories to continue? Also Mars Girl did a 11-hour anti-Vic video. She's lost her marbles.
Okay, is there anything I'm excited for summer? You're not gonna believe this. Oh, actually, I don't think it comes out in summer, fuck. Well, there is one movie I'm excited about, which is Now You See Me 3. I love those movies. They're such junk. They're terrible. Like, I scoff at cape shit. I scoff at cape shit. I think, oh, you know... Marvel movies, that's beneath me. I'm never gonna watch that. And then I watch Now You See Me. So they announced a third one and I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think it comes out in summer though. I have no idea what comes out in summer. There's that movie with Michael B. Jordan that looks interesting. Came out recently. I haven't seen it. I'm waiting until it's on streaming or something. Or am I more excited for Linkara's story to continue? I'm always excited for Linkara's story to continue. There's nothing more enticing in life than Linkara's storyline. Now, I know you brought up Mars Girl and you brought up the whole Vic whatever thing. I'll be honest, I can't be bothered to care about English voice actors for anime. I barely. I'm not into the Seiyu thing in Japan either. Like I know Knives can probably quote you the biographies of all his favorite Japanese voice actors. I can't. I know some of them. When it comes to like English dubs, my knowledge is zero. So I don't know how she can bring herself to care enough to write an 11-hour video.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Please go look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs, and when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, and if you find her, give her this music box. Please, I know you can do it.
Now I need to equip the music box because otherwise I forget. Oh, and we can read the description. A small music box received from a young Yarnan girl. Plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. Now this is not a great shortcut. I'd rather keep going. And what was I saying about Linkara? Oh, Linkara, the great Linkara. I think I checked recently, but I forget. I forget what happened. It's just the Covenant of Champions. What the fuck was it called? It wasn't the Covenant of Champions. Challenge of Champions. Something like that. That storyline went on for so long. There's birds up there, so... Oh, fuck. I always forget to check my corner. Now, Frail Dog might not know this, but I'm a smoker. So when you suddenly see me playing like shit, it's because I'm playing with my cigarette in my mouth. So I managed to nearly die to the crows. Okay, we're nearly there. There's a very useful shortcut. There's a very useful shortcut coming up. Now all I have to do is not die. So Hunter badge. Let's see. Oh, we didn't read the saw spear. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by those who dedicate themselves to the hunt. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a medium-range spear. The saw, with its set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. Now I could use it, but I don't know, I always use it. I want to do something different. I want to use weapons that I don't always use. Badge crafted long ago at the workshop attests to one prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge, except the messengers in the bath, who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. By the way, I forgot to check the new items we got with the other badge. So when we return, I will. This leads nowhere. Actually, just give me a second. Yeah, by getting up behind the pig, you skip, because otherwise you could have gotten up from here, but you would have had to dodge the flaming ball. Here's the shortcut, and since we have a boss coming up, I will go save. Okay, let me check the chat. I see Deep Wolf is in the chat. Hi, Deep Wolf. I have no idea what you're saying. Nice ambulance. Okay, there's always ambulances coming by my house. Not a fan of how English dub actors are always doing this incestuous gotta sound anime thing. Yes, I agree with you completely. But not only do I agree with you completely, but my point is like, why would I bother with English dubs to begin with? You know, like I'm not American, I'm not English. To me, that's like another layer of artifice. I just watch everything with subtitles.
Very well, farewell, good mate.
Now I'm gonna go try the boss fight. I'm gonna go try Father Gascoigne. Dead Panic said, it's my... it's because I'm sober. It's because I'm sober. It's a bit too early for me to drink. Actually, it's not. What the fuck am I doing not drinking? Give me a moment. Okay, now we're talking. Let's see. Before I go do the boss, let me see the shack. I'll do it on a week. I'm not gonna forget again. You have time. I can't beat Space Invader Clone in Dog Day. It's kinda janky. Okay, I'm gonna go try Gascoigne. Last time I played, I did it first try, so this time it's gonna take me 10. But I feel I'm doing pretty well. Again, I'm not the best player. I'm not like a Souls expert. These guys always drop blood vials, which is useful, but not always. But often. Now they should throw the ball at me. And they didn't. Oh, finally. There we go. Ooh, there's another item. Yeah, this is where the area ends. And I believe I got everything. I believe I got all the items. Whom's this playing? Danny Datali. I'm playing sober Bloodborne for the moment. I just uncorked a bottle of wine.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Maybe I shouldn't just walk in his bullets.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it seems to me it's enough to make a man sick.
Ah, fuck. I think he's gonna transform. No? Yes. Now, we can use the tiny music box to stun him if I don't die. Yes, there we go. I just wanted to show how you can use the tiny music box to stun him. Because obviously he would, you know, we read the description earlier, this is the music box that his wife and child would play when he would forget about them because of the hunter's bloodlust. Now, that little girl we met earlier, she has a whole storyline. There is no happy ending to that storyline, but we'll follow the one that's more complete. In these games, usually, characters that you meet, NPCs, have multiple paths that they can follow. I'll show the one that's more complete for all of them, but depending on if we keep streaming this or not, we could go into New Game Plus and see a bit more. Odin Tomb Key to the gate that blocks the tomb of Odin. Beyond the tomb, Odin Chapel can be found in the center of the cathedral ward. Only today the church is abandoned, and some say the residents of Odin have all gone mad. Red jewel brooch, which I believe is an item we can actually use, yes. A woman's bright red brooch engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With the proper workshop tools, various weapons can be fortified. So, obviously this is the mother of the little girl we met earlier, and she's dead. So we'll get a choice on whether or not to tell her and what to do with her in general. Something really fucked up is gonna happen here later. I can see you guys are having fun in the chat. I'm gonna check it in a second. Just wanna get to the lamp. The Bergenwerth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. Blood Gem Workshop Tool. A misplaced workshop tool from the Hunter's Dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. Yeah, this game is sad. This game is just quite depressing. Every storyline ends badly. There isn't really a happy ending to anything. The little girl gets it the worst though.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. Screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts. None of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, I tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't mind. I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden chapel. If they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are.
Yeah, this guy, the most suspicious man alive, is actually one of the few good guys in the game. I always thought that was funny.
Very well lit. Farewell,
Oh, let me see if her dialogue's changed.
welcome. Over time, countless hunters have visited this dream. The graves here stand in their memory. It all seems so long ago now. Over time.
Yes.
Farewell,
Now we should have more stuff for sale. Hunter Chief Emblem. A cloth emblem that belonged to the captain of the church hunters long ago opens the main gate that leads to the round plaza of the Grand Cathedral. The main gate is shut tight on nights of the hunt and could only be opened from the other side with this emblem. In other words, the captain's return and this emblem determine the end of the hunt. The saw cleaver we already read, the saw spear we already read, the hunter axe we already read, the Kirk hammer we didn't. A trick weapon typically used by healing church hunters. On one side, an easily handled silver sword, on the other a giant obtuse stone weapon, characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. Trick hunter weapons forged by the healing church workshop said to be hidden somewhere in the Grand Cathedral, were made to the tenants of a rival school of craftsmanship. Repeating pistol. Repeating pistol typically used by healing church hunters, crafted with mostly metal parts and exhibiting a complex design. The repeating pistol fires 2 shots at once, making it a ravenous consumer of quicksilver bullets. Should be used sparingly compared to its workshop counterpart, as the trump card in one's arsenal. Oh, the trump card. I believe we read this. If we didn't, I'll just give you a moment to read it while I drink my wine. A nice rosé. Now, I believe that if we go back to the sick room now, Yosefka will have been replaced by the fake Yosefka. You can kind of see in the bottom left corner of the screen, the bottom left corner of the window, that now she's holding a weapon.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yosefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
Since you were talking about voice actors in
who's still human,
the chat earlier,
send them straight to Yosefka's clinic.
the voice acting in this game is top notch.
There's no place safer. Please, do me this service.
I'm not sure what the difference is.
You can please.
Like, I don't know if they're unionized, I don't know anything. I simply don't know anything about the world of voice acting. I'm ignorant. Oh, sometimes we can find the doll praying at this tomb.
Welcome home. What is it?
Now, when she says this,
countless hunters have visited this stream. The graves here stand in their memory. It all seems so long ago now.
You can infer that she's praying for one of the hunters. Is German here? Yes.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray, abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say? One of the holy chalice, a town of beasts.
Okay. I could fortify my weapon. I need to use one of these. And of course I don't have any blood gems yet. Now that we've spoken with both the beggar and with Yosefka, we can choose where to send survivors. And we know of two at this point. The little girl and the old woman we spoke through the door. Okay, bad idea. It was a bad idea coming this way. It's my bad. This is Harman. Yeah, he does look like Harman. So you guys have never played Bloodborne? I'll try not to spoil too much. Bad idea.
Much better ways to pass the time. You found me a nice, safe place.
Now you can choose whether to send them to the clinic or to the chapel. Without spoiling too much, since there are people here watching that have never played this game, I'm gonna send everybody to the chapel with a few exceptions for reasons that will become obvious later.
Well, what do you know? An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with. Oh, enough with you. Trot along. Chop, chop.
Okay, now I have to get to the little girl, which is easier said than done. I mean, I could go from the other side, which is probably the better idea. But I am a dick, so I'll try again. Oh fuck. Okay. I've done it. Got some blood vials. It's always good to hoard those because, you know, you're gonna need them through the entire game. There we go.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
Now, if we hand over the brooch, she just kills herself out of desperation. So we can choose not to give over the brooch.
Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Mr. Hunter?
And then we can try to send her to the chapel.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
Now, Frail Dog was asking if it's easier to parry in this game. Apparently so. I'm using a different weapon, which is slower. It has a wider range than I normally use. And I'm parrying everything. So I guess parrying was easy all along, and I just didn't know.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
Anyway, if we reload the area... she should have left. Which we can see... Yeah. Yeah, the window is now dark. No response. She's gone. The problem is she never gets to the chapel. Now rectal exam to the pig. The pig will drop the red messenger ribbon. Red ribbon that messengers are oddly fond of. The stick pungent red was drawn from the organs of some unfortunate victim. A strange choice indeed, but perhaps for the messengers wearing this accessory constitutes a form of mourning. Yeah, the little girl, if you send her to the chapel, she gets eaten by the pig. So there's no happy ending, because if you give her the brooch, she just kills herself. If you send her to the chapel to try and save her, she dies. If you send her to Josefka's clinic, something worse happens. Which again, I'm not gonna spoil since there's a few people here who haven't played the game. But Josefka's clinic, not a happy place. Yeah, no, you can't just kill the boar before you
Welcome
send her,
home, good
because the boar
hunter.
responds.
What is it you desire? Very well. Let the echoes become let.
There is a
Farewell,
little
may
bit
you-
extra to that storyline moving forward, but it's later in the game. I forget exactly when, but I'll show it. Now, we can use the brooch to turn it into a blood gem, which we can then equip on our weapon to power it up. It's not much, but every little bit helps. Now that we have the ribbon, we can give it to the messengers. And they'll wear it, which is really, grotesque and sad. But I will leave them unadorned for now. We can find more items to decorate the messengers too. Ooh! Sleeping German. This is actually kinda rare. I never got it this early. Oh, but he's got nothing to say, okay. I'm running out of bullets. Ooh, it crashed. Well, whatever. Yeah, again, the thing that's making it crash is the mod I have installed, but the mod I have installed is needed to fix the game, so it's not a perfect solution yet. It's not perfect preservation yet, but it's getting there. You're very impressed you thought this was PS4. No. No, this is emulation. I do own the game. And I do own a PS4. So they can't fuck me. But this is emulation and it is really impressive.
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow.
Alright, I think...
If you find any saint survivors, well, send them along to Erden Chapel, will ya?
I think I'm gonna take a break, but I wanna show you the old lady first. This is the old lady we rescued. But after it, I think I'm gonna take a break and have dinner, but I might be back in a couple of hours and keep streaming if you guys are interested. That's funny, playing Sonic Unleashed on Xenia, you had to move fast through the... Well, you gotta go fast. That's the mantra. But yeah, this is the old lady we saw, well, or rather, we spoke with through the door.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yarnum's in, it's all your fault. You put it to the outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type. You. Stay. I know all your tricks. You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks.
So as you can see, she's very thankful. Ultimately, we'll have about 4 people in this chapel. There's 4 people we can rescue. There's more than we can talk to, but in total there's 4 we can rescue. And I think this is a good time to take a break. We go to a new area, we defeated both bosses in Yarnum. I think we got all the items. We've read all the descriptions in the Hunter's Dream. I leveled up, yeah, I'd say we can stop for now because I've got to eat something. And let me just, there we go. It was fun watching Dope stream, very chill. Thank you, Frail Dog. I'm glad you enjoyed. The racist old lady, yeah. Yes. I might be back in a couple of hours or sooner to stream more. You'll find a notification, you'll see. I'll see you later.